Hi angels, it's Jess. It's the 27th of July at like 1:42 a.m. Hence why I look like I just rolled out of bed, because I did. For some reason I just can't sleep. Um, I think it's because I'm just so excited with all that's going on with our team and our businesses. There's so many exciting things happening that I am I just can't turn off my brain. And so I decided to come down and do some work that I've been kind of pushing off that wasn't really a priority, but it needs to get done eventually. So just to kind of take advantage of the time, instead of I'm sitting there laying in bed staring at the walls, I wanted to use the time that I'm awake productively. Then, while I was in middle of doing some emails that I've been wanting to do, I decided to check our Facebook page, and I saw some amazing posts and noticed that I tallied up all of our parties that we got booked from our Blitz on Wednesday, and wanted to post that. And then I came across a post from Tanya in Japan, and Tanya Ensminger, and she had mentioned how she had utilized the perpetual party reward to help a customer that her lid broke, and it was a lid that isn't available anymore. And so instead of, having that customer be unsatisfied, she decided to utilize the perpetual party reward that is for hostesses that go to the parties that get booked off of their parties. So then it's perpetually keeping the parties going. And so we give them an extra half off item for showing up to that person's party. Well, she had mentioned that she didn't have a host for that specific party prior to that one. So it was available to utilize. So she was smart and generous and realized that she could offer her customer a half off item in order to provide a new warmer, which is exciting for the customer that she gets a brand new warmer, but at half off, because she didn't want her to have to spend, for the full price when she was only expecting to spend like $8 or $10 for the dish. So that brought me to this video. Even though I wish I looked a little bit more presentable, hey, it's a home-based business, and that's the beauty of working from home, right? So I apologize, I'm not exactly the best looking right now, but you guys see me do videos all the time like this. So anyways, it brought me to wanting to talk about our core values. And I responded to her post telling her how she represented our 3 core values very well, of authenticity, simplicity, and generosity. And so authenticity can be referred to in many different ways. The fact that we're all authentic, we're all different, we all come from different walks of life. We have different circumstances. Some are married, some are not, some are just 18, some have grandchildren, male, female. Some have kids, small kids, high school kids. Some have full-time jobs, some don't. We're all different. We're all unique and authentic. Also, we can refer it to as authentic in the fact that how we run our business. Some run it as a business, a complete full-time business like me. Some run it as a business but not full-time. Some run it as a hobby. And some just do it as not even just a hobby, but just for their own discount. They buy a lot of Scentsy, and so it made sense for them to join. And so you can literally refer authenticity to everything, even our products. Our products are authentic because they are unlike any product on the market. Our warmers are handcrafted and hand painted by special, very talented craftsmen in China, and that is a reason why they chose to manufacture our warmers in China, because of their amazing craftsmanship that they have in that country. And I hope that all of you have watched the Rocks to Warmers video, because it literally shows you how they hand paint and craft each individual warmer. So there's been many hands that touch each warmer. It's not just a machine and it just spits out this perfect warmer. No, there's been starts with the designing of the warmer of a very talented designer, and then it moves on to being actually created, and then the artists have to create those designs on the warmers, which is just so fascinating. So I hope that if you haven't, you decide to definitely watch the Rocks to Warmers video on your Discovering Scentsy video that is delivered to you in your kit, or you can watch it on YouTube. So just click Rocks to Warmers Scentsy, and I'm sure it'll pop up. And then the fact that we have a lifetime warranty on our products, authentic to the fact, like with Grace Adele, we're the only handbag company out there that you can customize your own handbag with the color, the size, the accessories, the styles, that you can make different styles. So that is just so authentic and unique. Our Volata warmers are unique and authentic because there's no other fondue warmer on the market that is so simple, and it can be just cleaned in the dishwasher and popped in the microwave and warmed on, and just can sit there throughout your entire party, and it just stays nice and warm, and you can just put it right back into the refrigerator once it's done. So everything about our company, our products, is authentic. And so I think that all of you should be promoting that to your customers and hostesses and consultants, and let them be aware of how authentic our company really is. Simplicity. It's funny because one of the first things that I always recommend when people join is to print out the biggest mistakes new consultants can make on our Make It Happen Tools website that our superstar director, Becca Levi, has for us. And if you haven't done that yet, I recommend please do, because you'll find that even as a consultant that's old like me, that's been around for 2 years, still makes those mistakes if we're not constantly reminding ourselves to not do them. And one of them is we make things harder than they really are. And because this business really is simple, but everything that seems to seem hard to us, it's because we're making it hard. We're making it more than it really is. And we're not keeping it simple. Our products really are simple. You plug them in, you put in the wax, you put in the chocolate, you find what color you like, you find what clutch you like, and you put it together, and it's simple. And you put it in front of people, and they fall in love. So I'll admit, I am the person that made it harder than it was from the very beginning. I was just talking to one of my consultants that was at my very first launch party. She joined April, May, June, July, August, September, October, probably about 6 months after I joined. But we were kind of laughing today together. She said, I was there at your lunch party and you were so nervous, and I admitted I felt like I was going to throw up. And I told her, I said, do you remember that big, huge display I did? I had like 15 warmers and posters everywhere, and it was just crazy. I mean, we always go a little bit more out for our launch party because we're launching our business, but the extent that I went was just, I was stressed out because I was so overwhelmed with how hard I was making it. And when I look back, you really do only need your kit. You really only need to show them an idea of what the product is. Maybe a hand cream, a warmer, the wax, and have your supplies in order to take the warmer, and then your fragrances. With Grace Adele, a clutch, a bag, some jewelry, and you're done. And they can figure it out themselves what they want as far as to put their customize for themselves. And then for the Volata, the chocolate and the cheese, you need a warmer and the cheese and chocolate, and that's it. So it's really simple, but again, we tend to make it so much harder than it really is. So even the business side of it is simple. We just have to not make it. We just need to prioritize and set our goals to to reflect the priorities. Because when we don't do that, it does become harder. It isn't simple because we're not following a system. And so the systems will take time to figure out. I promise you that. But as long as you're willing to stick around and work through trial and error and utilize your upline like me to share with you the ins and outs that I've gone through and the experiences, it will remain simple. And that's one thing I didn't do. I didn't utilize my resources like my upline as much as I should have. I tried to figure it out all by myself. So that's another biggest mistake a new consultant can do, is utilize the people that have been doing it. And they're still here. They're still doing it. They got through it. I'm still doing it, and I still love every minute. I'm so excited about my business I can't even sleep. And I've been doing it for over 2 years. So that should tell you that there's something to this business. So keep it simple. Don't make it harder than it is. Utilize your upline. Utilize the tools you have. And don't freak out your customers and hostesses by overwhelming them and thinking they have to bring a truckload of products to a party just to show them what they need. Because they don't. They really need what comes in their kit. And that's it. And then it's so much easier. It's so much faster to set up and break down. You're in and out like a snap of a finger. When I figured that, I was like, what have I been doing to myself? I'm home from my family like an hour and a half earlier now. And I don't have to go to the party. I used to go an hour early. I show up 30 minutes tops just to talk to my hostess, but 15 minutes to set up. And it's like in and out. It's bam, bam, I'm good. And it's so simple. And then my time's kind of running out here, so let's talk about generosity. Generosity is honestly to me the biggest core value that we should represent, because selflessness and giving more than taking, in the end, you will find that you receive so much more, but in so many ways that you never expect. If you give and you show that selfless act of wanting to help others, people end up wanting to help you. They want to support you because you show them you care about them. You're not just about the bottom dollar, the bottom line, and a sale, or getting them to join, or getting them to host. You really want to help them. But make sure that comes off sincere. And if it's not sincere, it's going to show. I know, and you know that it's human instinct that you know when you're being sold, or you're being, when somebody's not sincere, basically. So be generous. If you have an option to give somebody and help somebody, make them have maybe a little bit of a discount, or be generous by offering to pick up some supplies for them if they're running late to to set up their party, if they just got off work. Call them up and say, is there anything I could pick up from the store for you? Maybe a bag of ice or some drinks or something. And another consultant on our team, I remember when I called her once, and this was 2 years ago now, but I still remember that day when she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I totally forgot bottled water. Can you please get it for me? And I was like, absolutely. And she was thrown away when I didn't expect her to pay me back. I just wanted to help, because we all know, one, I can write that off because it's a part of my business. But two, I really did just want to help her. So, financially you may say, well, I can't afford to be helping all the, buying all the stuff. So I understand that, but do what you can. And again, you could always write it off at the end. So it's going to come back to you in the end as a loss. So on your tax returns. And then helping somebody by giving them the opportunity. Be sincere by saying, this may really be able to help you. Pay some bills off. Put your kid in gymnastics class. Or it may change your life, and you may end up, being one of those people that take off and becoming a superstar director and changing your entire world. So represent these core values. I have 30 seconds. The last thing I want to say is, anytime your business, you feel like you're struggling and you're overwhelmed, think about those 3 core values. Am I representing authenticity? Am I keeping it simple? And am I representing generosity? And when you can figure if you can narrow that down, I promise that stress will be relieved and you'll make the right decision.